好啦，精心挑選，最合集大滿啊，古洞。好啦，古洞入埋啦，2021年嘅考菲爾德杯入晒閘，隨時起步啦，準備。好啦，一起步嘅時候咧，慢咗啲係隻品酒名家咁，同埋咧就極南之境比較慢啲嘅，出得快啲，近內檔嗰邊咧就獲獎無數啦，豪宅啦，咁啊中間搶埋嚟就霸統啊，然之後外檔啊山間善女、離鄉別井呢幾隻快啲嘅，內檔嗰邊啊攝啦深水嬌娃嚟嘅，外檔嗰對走埋去咯，熱門啊睇下點搞啦，德菲聖殿啦，咁同埋咧就出邊咧古洞嚟嘅，咁後啲位置仲有另創新格啊，然之後個馬勒少年維特都跟咗上前啲嘅位置啦，咁啊山間善女褪翻後啲嘅，內檔嗰邊咧致敬爆吳太后即係拍住微嬌星一齊啊！出邊咧仲有精心挑選，然之後我當就汪洋比利啦，再後啲就品酒名家，尾三位置就巨富港，尾二位置咧山脈高原啊！咁暫時殿後咧就極南之境嚟嘅。好啦，一路轉緊彎嘅時候啦，前邊咧暫時德菲聖殿就都係出咗多少嘅，守住第二位咧仲有咧暫時就霸統嚟嘅，第三位暫時拖住喎，果然放頭啊就古洞嚟嘅，然之後仆住第四內檔獲獎無數啦，跟住佢哋嘅馬咧仲有離鄉別井啊，外檔上咗啲就另創新格，然之後啦貼住欄第7、8位之間啦豪宅嚟嘅。咁跟住佢咧仲有少年維特啊，外檔嗰邊啊山間善女啦，夾住內欄位置啊深水嬌娃，再跟住嗰對咧就精心挑選啦，就熒光三紅帽嗰匹啊，拍住佢外檔咧綠三紅帽黑就汪洋比利啊，後啲位置咧先至見到咧仲有致敬爆啊微嬌星啦，咁再跟住外檔上咗啲啊山脈高原，褪咗落尾三位置就品酒名家，咁啊暫時殿後咧就巨富港啦同埋極南之境嘅，好啦大著跑一半途程咁滯噶啦，前面帶緊頭暫時咧仲係呢個德菲聖殿啊，放得都幾順啊，守住第二位就霸統嚟嘅，咁啊3.1路都埋唔到嚟喎，古洞嚟嘅，然之後貼欄第4位咧獲獎無數啊，後啲位置咧馬群中間咧仲有離鄉別井啦，外檔上嗰啲咧仲有另創新格，內檔嗰邊咧仲有豪宅咧，暫時喺第7位度啦，然之後就山間善女少年維特啦，內檔開始騎緊咧深水嬌娃咯，然之後就精心挑選汪洋比利，再後一陣咧起勢騎落去就品酒名家嚟嘅，咁外檔反而輕鬆啲咧，仲有山脈高原啦，然之後馬群中間嘅致敬爆啦，後啲位置咧仲有微嬌星啦，尾二位置仲係巨富港啊，咁啊暫時殿後咧仲係極南之境嚟嘅，一路轉緊彎向住最後直路進化嘅時候，諗前面啲形勢唔同咗咯，咁就霸統啊出咗嚟先啦，咁一路騎住咧古洞咧外檔呢一路逼住佢嘅，咁內檔嗰邊上嚟就豪宅啊，馬群中間上緊嚟就山間善女啦，然之後嘅馬咧上緊嚟就另創新格嘅，入到最後直路嘅時候啊，前面大滿嘅古洞咧哇過幾百米出咗嚟先啦，拍鼓叫緊鼓噶啦，後邊上緊嚟嘅嘛霸統嘅，外檔上緊嚟另創新格，大外檔上緊嚟山脈高原，但係前面單騎表演古洞睇嚟穩贏呢場賽事啦，嗰張第一名就古洞嚟嘅，第二名另創新格，第3名上到嚟咧就山間善都同霸統影相爭第3嘅，哇！呢個大滿犀利贏甩添啊！古洞
贏好都清脆玲瓏啊！一路跟住第3位入直路一彈出嚟咧，
直情都唔使理你啊，讓埋你外邊乜都讓晒。
咁啊，第2就另創新格，
另創新格啦，冇錯啦。喂，幾力都好嘢啊，走個靚位啊！
霸統會唔會第3咧？都要影下相。
都要影下相啊！山間善都同佢好近嘅。哇！咁真係幾犀利嗰啲啊嘛，真係。
會唔會一路咁墨爾本杯殺落去啊？
杯嘅喎，如果咁樣睇，好啦，我哋終於就見到呢隻古洞啊！今日第一次喺大家面前亮相贏考。
And trained a couple of thousand winners here, but never this one, so it was very important to win it. Very grateful for the opportunity, thanks to Sokolski and Aussie Kheir that laid the seed and purchased the horse and recommended that he come to my yard. And a big thanks to Steve Tregea and his team and his family, the owner, former trainer and breeder of this horse. Big shout out to everyone up there at Toowoomba and the Darling Downs. This one's for you.
And didn't he do it tough from that wide gate? What a run.
Yeah, well, we weren't going to rush it. Brett took his time and, he found a lovely spot and he knew where he wanted to be down the side. He said he wanted to be 6 or 7 off and build into the race. He said, I don't care how the first 1200 goes. I just want to be allowed to build into it from sort of halfway mark onwards. And, he gives you a little heart flutter. He hits that bit of a flat spot. Sort of coming down the side, but he just kept building and super effort.
You gave us a little heart flutter when we didn't think you were on course today. I know you're always deflecting towards your team. Did you think about not being here today?
No, not at all. I was at home with my beautiful girls. We're having a yarn on the Skypes or whatever, the TVs, how you talk to one another, and Sarah, and a big shout out to them too, Sarah and the girls. thanks for your support, girls. It's been tremendous. My biggest supporters since we've been back, so pretty special.
Yeah, for 5 years you sat out. When you said to Sarah and the girls, hey, you know what, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give away this media game. And we've loved working with you in the media, but what was their reaction when you said, I want to go back?
They've been unbelievably supportive. You know, it means as much to them as me, so no, very special.
And tell us about your big team at home, mate, because I know it's a team effort.
No, it is. Catherine Coleman here with the horse. She rides him, does all the work. She's my 2IC, and she'll be a training partner one day, along with Jeff O'Connor, my racing manager. Will Holmes here with the horse. He loves him to death. I've got to make sure Will stays away from him so he doesn't drive him too mad. So, and a big team at home. It is a group effort. And unfortunately, we had to let 3 girls go yesterday too because they made the choice that they didn't wish to be vaccinated, which I fully support, and very sad for them that they're no longer with the stable, but I know they'd be cheering louder than anyone at home on the couches. So thinking of you 2 girls, so big effort to all the team at home. Thank you.
Mate, you had unbelievable highs as B.Prebble gives you a big hug.
Thank you, Pete. Mate, that was special.
That is brilliant. Hey, Pete,
and his little boy at home, Tommy, too. He's a good lad as well, and we might see him here in a decade or so doing the same thing as Dad.
Good on you. You're a champion, Pete. What highs he had with Black Caviar, and he's had an unbelievable high today, and B.Prebble joins us. And I reckon your son at home was giving you a big cheer there. Describe that to us.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. You know, awkward draw, and you think, you know, there's 17 other jockeys and they've all got their own opinion how the race is going to run. So I was mindful of the fact that they weren't going to just give him a soft lead, you know. And the way the race has run today, there was a fair bit of wind out there, it was a little bit windy, so I thought I'm definitely going to get cover. And just, even if it's along the side there, for the first 1200, I just want him to just enjoy his race, get into it. Because he doesn't over race, he doesn't waste his energy like some of the others do, you know. And Damien's was a bit aggressive, and then at 1,000, got at top of the hill, probably at 1,200 it is, so I thought, well, game on. And actually I was surprised, he come off the bridle a bit sooner than I would have liked, and I sort of showed him the whip before the home turn, and all that's telling me is, look out Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, 2 miles,
yeah, no,
bring it on.
He's going to eat it, he's going to eat the 32. He's exciting, he's probably one of the most exciting horses I've ridden. And it's beautiful.
It's interesting, when you mentioned how he just took a little encouragement there, I would have loved to have had you all mic'd up. Were you starting to be concerned at all?
Yeah, I said to him, come on, big, you know, and I was like, he's big action on him, and I thought, you're not handling this turn as good as I would have liked. And sort of Linda's horse was sort of, it was hanging around a bit longer than what I thought. I would have liked to have dropped it a bit sooner, you know, and I didn't. And then once he's straightened, he just gets into another gear, and he doesn't feel like he sprints, but he just builds off that high cruising speed, and he's unassuming. And then I don't know what he's won by, but I know one thing: I didn't see a horse's head behind him, and he wasn't style. I couldn't pull him up. I had to pull him up into the fence nearly. Pete's got him in ripping form. Obviously, he's a serious stayer, and I'm just, you know, sorry, Glenn Boss. You know, he's ups and downs of racing. He missed out, but I got it today.
Yeah, you won by 3.5, mate. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate it a little more late in your career? Compare it to a Melbourne Cup and a Golden Slipper?
Yeah, this is a bit more sentimental. Obviously, I've got you know, Pete. He's educating my son to be a jockey, and you know, I got my daughter at home. She'll be proud as punch, and it's pretty good.
Everyone's really pleased for both of you. Well
Thanks
done.
very much.
騎練都開心到不得了啊！真係莫德復嗰牌之後就呢匹就應該係佢暫時嚟講練過次即係比較係招牌嚟㗎啦嚇，鼓動啱啊贏起上嚟即係佢都有少少意料之外就哇末段嗰度個加速咁犀利嘅，咁啊柏普仲話添啊起步之後咧好大風，個外碟度想唔係唔想揾啊，但係隻馬走得好順，咁佢話我要決定俾佢走順啲好啊，因為話揾風擋想匿喺岳禮華後邊嘅，匿唔到啊都。
冇所謂啦，都彈開晒啊！好，睇個預計派彩啦，馬跑第一名2號古洞嘅動人派18個半，位置派12蚊；第二名16號另創新格，位置派30蚊；第三名7號霸統，位置派145個半；第四名12號山間善女，連人2搭16派142蚊；二重彩2號16號順序派166蚊；三重彩啦，2號16號7號順序派5908蚊；單 T 派3042蚊。位置 Q 2搭16派63個半，2搭7咧就派256個半，7搭16派653個半。結果兩場澳洲賽事都大熱勝出啊！4連環啦，27、10、26啊派6414蚊。 4重彩2號、16號、7號、12號派57,434蚊。